it's Kirk McLean here, and you're watching Clay's Canucks Commentary.
Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary Live, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I'm your host, Clay Emo Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take, for Tuesday night, April the 8th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Friends, thank you for joining me. I was not supposed to stream tonight. I am in a really good mood. Number one, first and foremost, my lovely wife, Gail, has returned from the Philippines. Number two, we had an awesome night of bowling. We are in second place on the A side. I'm going to talk about that. And number three, the Canucks set a record by scoring the 3 goals. The easiest way to say it is the only team to ever do a 3-goal comeback in the last minute of the game. The proper record is actually the latest in the game that a team has come back from a 3-goal deficit. But that's really, really a mouthful. You can just say it's the only team in history that have made up a 3-goal deficit in the final minute of a game. It's amazing. So for all 3 reasons, I'm in a super good mood. I know I need a haircut. Don't put that in the chat. Or you can say whatever you want, because nothing's going to bother me tonight. Nothing is going to bother me tonight, but it is my shortest show of the week because it's Tuesday night and I have to be sitting in my church chapel at midnight. So know that I'm going to cut this off between 11:40 and 11:45. I'm going to talk about Gail really quick. I'm going to talk about bowling really quick. We're going to talk about this game, and we're just going to do our best. I wasn't even supposed to stream tonight. You guys knew that I was trying to be the good husband and actually spend time with Gail after not picking her up at the airport. Her brother had to pick her up because I was too busy bowling like awesome. But as soon as the Canucks finished the win, I got a couple messages from people, I won't say who, saying, "You're streaming tonight, right? Or you should stream tonight." I said, I should really show that my priority is my marriage and my wife. And then 30 seconds later, I was on the phone with Gail saying, "Do you mind if I stream tonight?" And to her credit, she's amazing. She said yes. She's still up, actually. So it's not like she's sleeping, but she's trying to unpack. I know she needs to go to bed, and I would just probably be in her way. So I will catch up with her tomorrow or later tonight after I get back from my church hour. Moderators, do what you need to do to keep this a safe and respectful place. Members, that's Legends, Hall of Fame, and franchise members, thanks for your support. And to everyone else, no matter where you're watching from, whether my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston and Richmond, in the city, Lower Mainland Province, country, continent, around the world, thank you for being here. You know that you could be watching anyone else, doing anything else, getting ready for work, school, or bed, or all 3. But the fact that you're here with me, know how much I always appreciate you, and I never, ever take you for granted. No, I'm not hyper. I just want to get through all this so I can get talking to you. So this is how you can get involved tonight. You can subscribe so you get active in the chat section and get notified of my videos. You can like the video. Like the fact that the Canucks won. Like the fact that their playoff hopes are still alive. Like the fact that I'm in second place in my bowling playoffs. Like the fact that my wife is back, so I shouldn't be as disheveled or scrambled going forward. And like the fact that Canucks set a record for the only team to come back, erase a 3-goal deficit in the final minute of play, and the fact that they ended up winning that game. Amazing stuff. So like the video is my point. You can leave a donation like Nuckelback has done. I'll get to that in a second. He gets the donation train out of the station. Thank you. You can gift a membership, buy your own membership, upgrade your own membership, use your monthly membership message. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. Yes, I feel like I'm hyper in a good way. I'm in such a good mood, but I still feel in control. Because I think I have the ability to talk quickly. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I think we're going to make it work tonight. And speaking of making it work, thank you. Let's give the first shout out to the first donor of the night, and that is Nuckelback. And he gets the donation train out of the station with a $6.50 donation. I think it's because the Canucks won by a score of 6-5. So let's give some love to Nuckelback, Hall of Fame member Nuckelback, in the chat. Once again, thank you, Nuckelback, for your generosity, and thank you for getting things going. All right, really quickly, I'll go in order. Gail returning, bowling, and then Canucks game. Gail's back after 3.5 weeks. So happy that she's back, and life will be normal again. I think my kids, I do not take offense. I think they are thrilled that she's back. I'm for the companionship and of course the friendship and all that and the accompaniment. And these guys, I think they just want to get back to like not spending so much money, although I'm the one paying, not spending so much money by taking out food or going out to restaurants. So Gail is back. And yeah, she's back at work tomorrow. Obviously, she tried to stay awake as much as she could on the plane to sort out the jet lag. It's always easier flying to Asia. It's always tougher flying back. So we will see how she does. So Gail is back right here. Oh, and Mark, this is really nice. And I think I'm smart. I think I'm smarter than I actually am. But I do pride myself on even though I'm stuttering now, I pride myself on my ability to speak quickly, to coherent sentences, and to be in control of what's going on. So Mark, I really appreciate this. The fact that you're trying to rush through your content right now and your words are still extremely articulate. My idol for real. Mark Shankita, you are my idol, Canadian idol, Filipino idol, Canuck streaming idol. Thank you for that very, very nice comment. BC says, you took one for the team by going live tonight. Can you take another one for the team and switch spots with the Canucks and your bowling team? We'd love to be in second in the playoffs. Love it, BC Beasley. And Skytrain Alfred with the donation. $3.65 donation. Not sure what the significance is that. Is that 365 days in a year? Dallas really got starstruck. Surprise. Love it. Thank you for the donation. Let's give Alfred some love in the chat. So yes, I'm speaking quickly because I'm not nervous. I'm never nervous, but I'm always hyper. I'm always excited. I'm in a good mood tonight. And yes, Gerald, I just explained why. If you didn't catch that, go back. But basically, Gail said she knew that it was a big night tonight. It was a really, really big night tonight. So Gail's back. Number one. Number two, quick bowling update. All 12 weeks of bowling culminated in tonight and next week. It's a 2 weeks of playoffs. And basically, instead of playing head to head, it's 10 teams on the A side, 10 teams on the B side. We were on the A side. Actually, Jacob was on the A side. Sean is on the A side. So all three of us were on the A side with our teams. And picture this. All the bowler number one play against the other 9. So 10 bowlers against each other. Then all the middle guys, which I am, 10 bowlers against each other, and then all the anchors, 10 bowlers against each other. And if you are the top of those 10 in game one, you get 18 points. 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. So the number one bowler in the game gets 18 points. And the worst bowler in that game gets 0 points. So it goes 18 down to 0. So we did that. I bowled you guys an awesome game of 220, then 159, then 208, then 159. So 220, 159, 208, 159. It's actually my second best day of the entire season. So that's good. So you might think, well, Clay, you probably helped your team. I did for the most part. So our leadoff struggled a little bit. And she ended up getting 16 points only total. So she got 0, 14, 2, and 0. So that means, unfortunately, in 3 of the 4 games, she either came in last or 9th, right? 9th or 10th. I got 16 points for coming in second, then 0 for coming in absolute last, then 16 again for coming in second, then 8 for coming, in 6 out of 10. So I got 40 points, which was the 4th highest of all the middle guys. And then our anchor was awesome. He went 18, 18, 14, and then 4. He had a rough game at the end. And then you play one game, it's called Baker format, where our best guy bowls frames 1, 4, 7, 10. Our leadoff bowls 2, 5, 8. And then I bowled 3, 6, 9. And then that's how you make up the 10 frames. You go in order. It's very important to string strikes and spares together. And our team had the highest score. We had a 213, which is awesome. We had a 213. So we got another 18 points out of that Baker game. So you add them all together. And after week 1 of the playoffs, we are in second place of the A side. So we're very, very thrilled about that. We're slightly ahead of Sean and Jacob. They bowled okay today, but actually Jacob bowled really well. Sean was okay, but yes. Okay. So I can calmly speak more about that next week. All right. Let's get to the Canucks. So thank you. 220. Yeah, it's a good score for me, especially. But thanks, everyone. Thank you for letting me go for the first 10 minutes talking about Gail and bowling. But we'll spend the last half an hour talking about the Canucks after I acknowledge this monthly membership message from Carol. You know she uses talk to text. So every time she says play, She means to say Clay, but I love it when she calls me Play. I'm so happy that that Gail's back home. Hi to everyone in the chat. God bless you all. Thank you for being my friend. I am thrilled to be your friend, Carol. We are all thrilled to be your friend. And you can call me Play, Clay, Day. Most words that end in the sound of A. Most words. Am I bowling all summer? There's your off-season content. Yeah, I'm gonna go to you, the people. I think we can do some bowling content. Definitely do some ping pong content as well. So thank you, Carol, once again for the monthly membership message. Thank you, Skytrain Yrvin, for the donation, and thank you, Nuckelback, for the donation. Let's do this. The hair is more like kid. Yes, I need a haircut. I know that for sure. All right, I'm gonna try something with the screen sharing. I think maybe this might be a way to get rid of the lagging. So I'm going to try it in a second after I acknowledge this membership gift from Skytrain Yrvin. So let's give some love to Skytrain Yrvin for the membership gift, and it goes to Bintang Warrior. I don't even know what that means. I hope I'm not swearing, but welcome to franchise membership, Bintang Warrior. That is awesome. And thank you, Skytrain Yrvin, for your donation. So we've hit 3 of the high 5. We have a donation, we have a membership gift, and we have a monthly membership message. So once again, welcome Bintang, and no Swervinï Yrvin. I'm not going Jackson 5 style with my hair for sure. Let's get to this goal visualizer and tell me if I'm lagging. I hope I'm not, but tell me if I'm lagging. The first goal, the first few goals, all of them on the power play, and the first one is by the Dallas Stars. And here we go. You see it is a power play, and the Stars keep it in. That's Harley. Gets it to Wyatt Johnston. Kind of a big gap there in there, and then he draws Forbert. This is not a diamond. This more looks like, I don't know, like a messed up triangle. You know who you shouldn't leave open? Mikko Rantanen. One-timer from Rantanen over Demko's glove. And there we go. 1-0. Yes, this is a surprise stream, LA Women's Hoops. I announced it on X and on my community page. I am doing this despite Gail being back because of the amazing win tonight, and Gail was all for it. So 1-0 power play goal. Second Stars goal is also a power play goal. And this one, they kind of work it around. And then this play is kind of weird. You got Jamie Benn there, and O'Connor, instead of cutting off the pass to the middle, decides, I don't know if he thought Ben was going to ring it to here, but there's no one here. So O'Connor actually went to the outside as opposed to the inside. Sherwood is too late to pick up Mason Marchment, and then that's a power play goal. 2-0. By the way, I was thinking of doing my goal. I should probably do a goal breakdown because a lot of people will probably watch it, but I don't know when I'm going to do it. I got to do it at 1 a.m. tonight when I get home from church, which is pretty late, or maybe I wake up and do it first thing before I go to work. But that's tomorrow's problems. A third Dallas Star goal, also on the power play, and this one, the Stars are so good. And after they scored this one, I thought it was done for sure. You got Granlund to Ben. And then another, they just move the puck so well. And whether it's a diamond or a square or a messed up triangle, the Canucks couldn't do anything. And then boom, over to Duchesne, wide open. Demko, no chance. 3-0 halfway through the game. But then we score a couple power play goals, and this all happens. So remember, it is 3-0 going into the third period. Jake DeBrusk starts us off with his power play goal. So here comes Hughes. There we go. Hughes to Garland. Garland across to DeBrusk. And he banks it in off of Casey DeSmith. Former Canuck Casey DeSmith. Maybe playing a little bit aggressively, but a good play by DeBrusk going behind the net and putting it off of Casey DeSmith. Then the Canucks score again on the power play just a few minutes later. And it's Mancini just with a bomb from the blue line. DeSmith is looking to the left. He puts it in on the right, on Casey DeSmith's right. And then 4 minutes later, it is 3-2. All 5 goals up to this point are power play goals. So it's 3-2. And then this has got to be the backbreaker, right? Is Maverick Bourque, just a scramble play behind the net. And then you have a CC down to Robertson. Robertson in front to Mavic Bork. And then it is 4-2 Dallas, my favorite score, but not when it's for the other team, with only 3 minutes left. And then 25 seconds after this, of course, the Canucks pull the goalie, and there's Lankin in there. And then it gets across to Granlund right here, and he puts it in from his side of center. So obviously, you think it's done, right? 5-2, and not just this game's done. That's it for the season, because the magic number is 2. Any combination of us not getting 2 points or Minnesota getting 2 points means we're out. So it looks like we're done. It looks like we're done with 2 minutes and 21 seconds left. 5-2, like 5-2, not 3-2, not 4-2, not 5-2. But let the comeback begin. And we obviously know that this is going to end with a happy ending. So first one, Pettersson up top. Marcus Pettersson steals the puck and finds Atu Ratu on DeSmith's right, and he makes no mistake. So with exactly 1 minute to go, it is now 5-3. Then 30 seconds later, it's Pius Suter's first of 2. And both goals are kind of similar. It goes Hronek down to Garland, and Garland finds Suter in the slot right there. Now, 30 seconds left, it is 5-4. No goalie. So why not finish it off? So this one, I like this play. A lot of players keep it alive. Garland to Hughes to Hronek, back to Suter, and then Suter puts it in with 7 seconds left. So Suter scores 2 goals in 23 seconds. The Canucks score 3 goals in a minute. The only team in history to score 3 goals in the final minute of a game to tie it up. I don't know if the qualifier is to tie it up. I'm sure teams must score 3 goals in the final minute. I'm thinking of empty netters and stuff, but I think it's erasing a 3-goal deficit in the final minute. Then the Canucks get a power play in overtime. They don't do anything with it, but then a couple minutes later they score, and I see. Yeah, it's 4-4. So it must be after the power play ended, but the whistle hadn't gone yet. And then right here, Garland just steals the puck, centers it. Look at this. I love this. These 2 guys are cheating. And then Sherwood, there's no one within 10 feet of him. Sherwood puts it past DeSmith, and that is the end of the game. Wow. Pretty much. And then let's go. Let's look at so it hasn't lagged yet. So maybe I'll tell you what I did actually in a second, and I don't want to jinx it. So look at the box score: 3 assists for Garland, 2 goals for Suter, 2 1-on-1 for Ratu, and then 2 assists for Hronek, 2 assists for Hughes. So 5 guys with multiple points. You look at the time on ice, Besser 23. Remember, slightly inflated because of overtime. Besser 23, Garland with 21, Suter with 21. Lowman was Carlson with 10:40, and then Sasson with 11:01, and then O'Connor. It makes sense that our 4th line got the least amount of minutes. Then you kind of look at these other stats. I'm looking for anything that stands out. 5 shots for Suter, 4 shots for DeBrusk, which is good. Look at the blocks, only 2 from forwards, not great. Then 5 hits from Sherwood and 5 hits from Ratu and 6 from Joshua. So 16 hits between the 3 of them. On D, Hughes plays 31 minutes. So much for taking care of him. 31 minutes. Crazy. At least Pettersson and Forber got 14 each. Then 3 shots for Pettersson. Every defenseman had at least 1 block, which is nice to see. 5 hits for D. So DPD, 3 shots, 1 block, 5 hits. That is amazing. Demko makes 23 saves on 27 shots. 8-7, 12-10, 13-8, 2-0. So shots were relatively even, 32-28. They out-face off us. No one could kill a penalty. 3 for 4 for Dallas, 2 for 4 for Vancouver. We out-hit them by 2-1. They out-blocked us by 2-1. And we had a lot more giveaways. Season series, they beat us 5-3. They beat us 4-1. But it's nice that we actually win one of these. You look at all the scores. And then we got 3-0. Sabres beat the Hurricanes. Who cares? Canadians clinch. No, Ottawa clinches. Canadians clinch. Not Ottawa. Ottawa clinches. Canadians haven't clinched yet, but they beat Detroit. Detroit, I think, is eliminated. Florida beats Toronto. Boston hammers New Jersey. The Blue Jackets, I don't think they're eliminated yet with that win. Penguins shut out the Blackhawks. Predators, another high-scoring game. 2 high-scoring games. Utah beat Kraken, and the Avalanche take out the Vegas Golden Knights. So you look at the standings, and then I'll do Mitchell's response read, and I'll get to all of you. You get to the standings. Ottawa has clinched. New Jersey should. Montreal should. The Rangers and Detroit, Islanders, and Columbus are all holding on. I think one more loss or one more win by Montreal, and these guys will all be eliminated. In the West, Dallas fails to make up ground on the Jets. They only get 1 point. Vegas, it looks like this is how it's going to end. Vegas, LA, Edmonton, that order. St. Louis can't replace Edmonton in the Pacific, take over. So St. Louis and Minnesota. Calgary's still ahead of us with 1 game in hand, but there still is hope, you guys. If we win our next 4, we max out with 93. And as long as Minnesota doesn't get 2 points, we'll take the last wild card spot. And that's if Calgary also doesn't get to 93. So a lot still has to happen. But as of tonight, we are technically not out of the playoff race. Now, was there any lag during the visualizer? I took it off of, I think you guys have seen, I have this massive monitor. So I'm actually running the stats and stuff, the screen share, the tab share off of my big monitor and not my laptop. So it's actually not pulling from a different screen. It's pulling from the same screen. So maybe we will just keep it like that going forward. We shall see. I see another thing that I need to highlight. Gerald buys himself a franchise membership. Interesting. No lag. Awesome. So Gerald buys himself a franchise membership. So now we've hit 4 of the high 5. We have a donation. We have a membership. Someone bought their own membership. We have a membership gift. And we have a monthly membership message. So I already owe you a giveaway on Thursday night, which I've already said we're going to do for last week's high 5. But now all we need is someone to upgrade from franchise to Hall of Fame, or dare I say from Hall of Fame to legend, and we'll hit a second high 5 in a week. So we'll see. But Gerald, welcome to franchise membership. I thought you already were, but I'm glad to have you back officially. All right, friends, perfect. 23 minutes in, mid-show sponsor read, and then I'm going to all of you. But before I do, the Honorable James Moore, I'm not sure if he's in the chat. He sent me this really cool text. And then I said, did you get this from someone? Or did you make this up? And he goes, no, I found this. Check this out. This is from the Honorable James Moore. Of the several players from last year's amazing playoff run who are no longer Canucks, these are the guys who are in and out. The only ones that are in are DeSmith for Dallas, Podkolzin for Edmonton, and Kuzmenko for LA. Look at all the guys that played for us last year that will not make the playoffs. Miller for the Rangers, Susie for the Rangers, Zadora for Boston, Lindholm for Boston, Mikheyev for Chicago, Cole for Utah, Lafferty for Buffalo. So 7 of last year's roster will not make the playoffs, along with all of us. And then 3 from last year's roster will make the playoffs. Kind of interesting. Very, very interesting. All right, Mitchell sponsor read. I always start off by thanking my primary sponsor, and that is Jason Lim of Van City Experts. Thank you to my channel sponsor, Jason Lim of Van City Experts Real Estate. At Van City Experts, their experience, knowledge, and expertise can serve you well in navigating through the real estate market and will help you to choose the best home or condo in the greater Vancouver area that best suits your and your family's needs. To my secondary sponsor, Coach Patrick Liu, weight loss coach. You can check him out at coachpatrickliu.com/clay and receive a free 5-day workout when you do so. Thank you to Gassy Jack Art, maker of that fine artwork. I was speaking to Gassy Jack today. I always called him Gassy Jack, and he's sending me my 4 new prints. Then I'm going to show them off on the stream, almost do a reveal. I think that'll be at least that'll be good content for at least half of one show. So thank you to Gassy Jack Art, and thank you to Vessi Footwear. Use the link tinyurl.com/VessiClay and receive a free pair of socks off your next purchase of Vessi shoes. Also, thanks to everyone who's purchased Canuck Clay merch. You can do so at canuckclay.threadless.com. Don't forget my shows this week. Actually, no, let's do this. Those of you who want to support me, you can subscribe. You can like the video. You can leave a donation. You can gift a membership, buy your own membership, upgrade your own membership, use your monthly membership message. If you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. And remember, we are 4/5 of our way to a high 5. We just need someone to upgrade their membership, and that will trigger a giveaway for a future stream. I actually thought of making the giveaway only eligible to the 5 people who actually made the high 5 happen, but I don't think anyone is expecting that. They are doing it for the greater good of the community. Finally, shows this week. You're right. When I showed this last night, I made a big deal of saying, oh, my lovely wife Gail is coming home from the Philippines after 3.5 weeks away. It wouldn't be right to do a show. I should probably hang out with her. She's still upstairs, I think, listening to me blab. But here I am doing my show. So tomorrow night, members only. That's going to be at 11 p.m. I will post that link earlier in the day. So members only tomorrow night. We do those twice a month. And then the big CCC show on Thursday, where we'll be doing some sort of giveaway. Not necessarily Canucks tickets though, because I have some other ideas, but I will think about that before we get to. Oh, I'm still showing the. Sorry guys, I just realized that I'm still showing the. Oh no, it was fine. I was looking at the wrong thing. I was looking at the YouTube feed, the back end, which is a few seconds behind. I thought I was still showing the Go visualizer. So those are my shows for the rest of the week. Members tomorrow, and then general stream on Thursday. All right, let's go. What a comeback. Couldn't believe my eyes. Yeah, nothing is perfect. Didn't get to see your stream. I was bowling tonight, kicking everyone's butt, but I'm sure that it was an amazing show on your side. And I can tell people are excited. There's 200 people in here. There's 80 people from YouTube, another 115 watching from X right now. Do you think PD is done for the season? There's 4 games left. Yes, I do think he's done. There would be no point really dressing him for sure. How much would you re-sign Suter for? I would do $3 million. Edmund, that is not going to get it done. He's a 25 goal scorer now. He's proven his worth. Jack of all trades. He probably is going to want $4 to $4.5 million now, which is pretty crazy. They're looking at $4 to $4.5 million for him. When the games mean almost everything and almost nothing at the same time. Yeah, this is going to be one of those games. You know, all those games where you gave up 3-goal leads. This is a game where we came back from a 3-goal deficit, which is awesome. But in the end, it's not going to make a difference, unfortunately. Hey, Luke, how insane was that tonight? Pretty darn insane. Yeah, I can see my stream is a bit choppy now, but we're almost there. We're 10 minutes away. What a game. I agree for sure. Minnesota plays and Sharks. Huh? So Minnesota plays the Sharks? Yeah, that's not great. Hey, Pauline, I tried to manifest a Nashville game for a comeback type of play for so many games this season. It finally happened. Yes. I saw some of you guys referencing it earlier. It was very reminiscent of the Nashville game 4 last year. Loved it. And those are the kind of games that we remember. Those are the kind of games that stay etched in our memory as Canucks fans. So unfortunately, this is probably ultimately going to be a mean-nothing game. It'd be different if this was like 2 weeks ago and it kind of sparked us to a massive playoff run or run to the playoffs. But I just think it's too little, too late. And yes, I do see it's lagging. I'm trying to see if there's anything that I can do at this point. Oh well, let's keep going. Has Suter surpassed Besser in importance to the team? Yrvin, the fact that he plays center and the fact that he kills penalties, and also the fact that he's going to make half as much as Besser. I definitely think from an efficiency dollars perspective, yeah, much better contract for sure. Suter could, pending if he likes it here, could do 3.5. Yeah, Edmund, but you wouldn't blame him if he wanted to try and strike it rich, right? He's only had 1 year and 2 year contracts. Maybe he's looking for something a bit longer for sure. I like the boys' effort. It'll show a Huggy Bear something to look forward to next season. That is fair. Minnesota still plays the Sharks and Ducks. Yeah, no, that's not great for us for sure. Yeah, imagine if this was the game that decided if we were in or not. It would be massive. Yeah, never give up attitude. I think it's showing Hughes. I think the young players like Ratu and stuff, they're really stepping up. DPD for sure. So yeah, there's a lot to like for sure. The bandwidth can't handle how good looking you are. That's true. I think that's the main reason. It's not bad. I even reset my router, so I probably jinxed it because it didn't lag during the Go visualizer. But yeah, you're right. It takes a special internet setup to handle the founder of the GLCPC for sure. Fangirl says, like the stream, I agree. Did you... Uh-oh. One of my pages just crashed in the back, so hopefully the stream is still going. Yeah, my back end of YouTube just crashed on me. Did you see the tweet about the comeback? The Canucks have the latest 3-goal comeback ever this year. However, they also allowed the 4 latest 3-goal comeback against the Kraken. I did not see the second part about Kraken, but yes, Russell, I was talking about that. This is the latest 3-goal comeback in history, and the only one in the final minute of play. Yes, the Seattle game. I was not there. I was on my cruise when that Seattle game happened. Ridiculous. I count the Seattle game, the Calgary game, the Rangers game, and the Columbus game as the 4 that really broke our back. Michael, if I had to choose, I actually think you bring Forbert back as your fourth defenseman on the left side. I could see Besser walking, and I think Suter's 50-50. Wild play Sharks, Flames, Canucks, and Ducks. Yikes, yikes, yikes. How much bandwidth do you have? I don't know. How do I find that out? I thought I had a good... Yeah, we just updated TELUS recently. But I don't even know what the answer is. I could see Pia Suter demanding at least 4 to 5, given he's performing as of late. Would $5 million seal the deal? I think that's a little too much. I don't think the Canucks will want to go past 4. So I think the tricky thing is going to be somewhere between 4 and 4.5. That's my guess. My monitor just cracked. That's how good looking Clay is. Well, send me the bill. Usually things crack when someone's ugly, I think. So I'm not sure what you're saying there, Erroneous Punk, but I appreciate you. I'd give Suter 4. We're doing it live. Yes, Bill O'Reilly. Hopefully your camera is fully charged tonight. Yeah, I found a proper plug for it now. Watching the game in the third, the vibe was a comeback, was in the works. The boys played hard shift by shift. Love it, love it. If Wild loses Sharks and Flames, I might start believing you more. Yeah, but then the Flames, this is how it sucks. We want the Wild to lose the Flames, but the Flames are ahead of us. Over under on us actually using our 2025 first round pick this June. Okay, my friends, I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say the Canucks are going to trade that pick. I'm willing to bet on it, but not money. I think the Canucks will be trading their 2025 pick. Just have a sense, mid-round pick, not a strong draft. Canucks want to win next year. I'm guessing they trade this pick. Would it be insane if playoffs depended on the last game for each of Minnesota, Calgary, Vancouver? I'd love that. Go to Google, type in speed test, and run the test. Okay, I'll do that now, but I better not. Break the stream. Okay, speed test. Here we go. I'm running the speed test. It says, and you guys tell me what this means. Download speed is 500, 600 MB per second. That's good, right? It's still going. Okay, it stopped. So my download speed is 640 megabytes per second, 640. And then my upload speed, and I'm not showing off because I don't know what any of this means. I just pay the bill. So download is 640 and upload is 800 megabytes per second. Is that good? Is that good or bad? You guys tell me. I have no clue. 640 download, 800 upload. After watching the first and second period, I was almost done. Then finding out we got one and another. Amazing. When does OEL buyout cap it get lower again? One more season. Great question, Fangirl. I just looked this up yesterday, actually. So his cap hit it goes up next year. So it's only 2.4 this year. For the next 2 years, it goes up to 4.8, which sucks. And then it goes back to 2.1 in 3 years from now. So we still have 3 more years. Is Ehlers a realistic player to target? I would love it, Ron. I talked about it in my stream last night. He's exactly the same points per game in his career as Besser, and probably going to make the same amount of money. If Vancouver makes the playoffs or doesn't, do you think they need to make a big trade this summer? Not necessarily a trade, but they definitely need to get some good free agents. And if they don't like what's out there, then they do have to make a trade for sure. For sure. Upgrade to 1. What does that mean? Upgrade to 1 what? Ian, help me out. Not bad. That's great. Upload matters for streaming. Okay. Should the Canucks try and sign Matt Duchene? I would. Give him a year, $4 or $5 million. Just do it for a year. Rank these trade chips and likely to be traded. First round draft pick for sure, because you don't know who that is yet. Then likeliness to be traded. Oh man, I think you go Lekkerimaki, Lekkerimaki, DPD, and then Verlander. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but those are the order that I would at least keep them. Game was better than 2021 season when the Flames and Canucks had to play meaningless games. Yes. Oh, that's right. When the playoffs were already starting. Okay, speed is fine. Upgrade to 1 gig fiber optic ASAP. Ian, maybe I have that, and maybe my speed test just didn't get to 1 gig. I don't know. I upgraded to 3 gig pure fiber, and I don't get lag anymore. 3 gig. Okay, I'll look into all this. I have no clue what any of this means, but I will look into it for sure. They need you to trade for 2C and some wingers. Yes, or at least that's what they have to do. Russell streams in 60 frames and can confirm that his shows are buttery smooth. You trying to make me sad, Swervinï Yrvin? The Canucks tonight gave us a great game to watch ever since that comeback against Nashville last year in the playoffs. Whether they made the playoffs or not, it was a great game to watch. I agree. I doubt the Canucks will use their pick. As good as gone. Yep, I agree with you, Russell. I agree with you for sure. Yeah, I think I do have the 1 gig if I'm getting 6 down and 800 up, or 700 down and 800 up. But maybe I have to go to 3. But I remember when I was negotiating with TELUS that I didn't go for 3 gig because I didn't think I need it. But maybe I need it. Just means you need to plug in the Ethernet in your laptop. Yeah, I am. I'm wired for sure. For sure. Best comeback ever, hands down. That 2021 season was horrible. Yeah. That was the Canadian division, right? I doubt Canucks will trade the first round pick to move up in the draft. No, it's not to move up in the draft, Edmund. It's to use it as an asset to get quality back. They're not trading the first round pick to move up. They are trading to get an established player. That's what I think they're going to do. Well, you guys, got 2 more minutes, and then I'm going to call it because I got to put this on the podcast, get changed for church, and then go to church. Gerald's trying to kick me out. You got to get going. Thanks for doing this ad hoc stream. Appreciate it. No problem. I got 2 more minutes. The North Canadian Division. Oh yeah, that was fun for like a month. Tom Clayman undefeated with Hronik, 100% face-off win man. Yes, Ratu and the other guy got booted out, and I think it was Ratu, Hronik, and Hughes that started. So Hronik took the face-off. That is great. Sushi today. Yes, Edmund. I ordered from Gammy for lunch. I work from home today. Top 10 ranking Canucks captains. I can't get into it now, TLC, because I'm trying to wrap up in the next minute. So there's no way I would finish that today. Sorry. I would just watch your video tomorrow. Yeah, Hronik winning the faceoff. I was a little scared, but that was good. Yeah, he's very, doesn't have the best form, but he's just strong. Thanks for the stream. Amazing comeback. I agree. So glad I got to see it live. What? You're in Dallas? Michael, you were watching in Dallas? Does the gotta win while we have Hughes feel like the gotta stay competitive for the Sedins? A little bit, but I think it's even more. The Sedins is out of respect. Hughes is because we want to keep him as our cornerstone forever. Good night, Unpaved. Hronik should take more face-offs. If your whole family is on the same internet, you'll want 3 gigs. That's a great point, actually. Actually, you're right. I should just boot all the kids off every time I am going to stream. And we'll end with this. Don't forget to like and subscribe, not only to my channel, but Russell's as well. Okay, friends, thank you for joining me. Again, the 3-pronged reason why I'm in such a good mood. My lovely wife, Gail, is home. We're in second place after 1 week of the playoffs in bowling, and the Canucks pull off the most improbable comeback. Just amazing stuff. They keep their playoff hopes alive. Remember, I'm not holding out hope that the Canucks will make the playoffs, but still, you got to feel good for the players, the coaches, and the organization. All right, I got to go. Moderators, thank you for keeping this a safe and respectful place. Members, that's legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Andrew Chang, Hall of Fame franchise members, thanks for your support. And to everyone else, thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. Make sure you do that on the way out. And I appreciate that. You can subscribe, you can like the video, you can leave a late donation. Thanks to my sponsors, Vancouver Experts Real Estate, Coach Patrick Lee, Weight Loss Coach. Thanks to everyone who went above and beyond. Nuckelback with the donation. Skytrain Alpha with the donation. Carol with the monthly membership message. Alfred gifting a membership. And Gerald buying his own franchise membership. You have a minute if anyone wants to trigger a high five by upgrading from franchise to Hall of Fame or Hall of Fame to legend. But don't do it just for that. I'm already giving something away on Thursday. So I don't want anyone to feel pressured into triggering the high five. All right, friends, I got to go. So thanks again for being here. And tomorrow night, members only. And then Thursday night, back with the greater CCC community. Maybe we're talking about another win over the Avalanche. And we're going to give some stuff away. Staved off. Yes, it's more during the playoffs. It's one of my favorites. I love staved off. I love penultimate, which I get to use 3 games from now. So thanks, guys. I got to go. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. And did you know that people are usually shocked when they find out that I'm not a good electrician? Yes, shocking indeed. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. God bless, and go Canucks go. I think I already said that. Booyah.